Hey guys, Robin here, and welcome back to the Fruits of the Literature Club, Part 5. The final episode, I want to say this would be the final episode of Fruits of the Literature Club. Sorry, I haven't recorded or uploaded anything in a long time. I got a little special news at some point. Later on, tomorrow, I have a little special announcement. But I'll save that for tomorrow. But for right now, I just want to get into this. Get to the final episode. So if you guys don't remember what happened last time, Natsuki's dad comes in and ruins the club, pushes Monica over, pisses me off, and then it goes straight to Julia betraying us, having us taken into the thing, and then yeah, we're here now. I don't know what else was after that. We just get taken over. Julia betrays us. So I don't know what to expect here. I'm really hoping that this turns out to be really good. I really want to finish her. So, but anyway, enough talking. Let's get into this. Wake up. Wake up. I said wake up. Something slams into my face. Or something. I can't speak already. Something slams into the side of my face, waking me up and causing me to lift my head and recoil. A blinding light shines down onto my face, which stings my eyes like sharpened needles. You're finally awake? The blinding light, I see a singular figure standing behind a metal desk across from me. My arms are restrained behind my back so tightly I could barely move them. Extreme ache radiates from my right side near the area of my kidney, which is where I remember being tased several times before losing consciousness. Oh, that's right! He got freaking tased like 100 times. It's like, oh my god, it's just stop and just torture. He literally got freaking tased 100 times already. Like bruh. So, that's interesting to know how he got brutally tased so many times. It was not even worth anything. Like, you tasing him for nothing. Like, bruh. Also, it's like 4 in the morning, so like, be careful. I'm gonna lose my mind. After this, I think I'm gonna upload the video. After the video is uploaded, I'm gonna go and stream Fortnite Season 5. I already played Season 5, but I want to do some streaming on Season 5. So, yeah. Anyway, back to Doki Doki Literature Club related things. Kind of makes it hard to sit up straight. My body naturally arches over to relieve the pain. 4219, you awake enough to hear me? Yes. Perfect. We need to have a little talk. I hear metallic noises coming from across the desk. When I open my eyes to look, I see the man grabbing a chair and sitting down in it, facing me. How is it that you're here with me today, Agent? I don't know. You tell me. Well, I'm not exactly sure. It's very rare, almost unheard of, to have a 4-digit declared a code 3. You're one of the best. So why would you go against us? That's the thing. It never did. Plot twist. This whole shit show started because of an undocumented raid against my Central Special Operations. Apparently, no one has record of it at all. Not even my own division chief. Yes, I heard a rumor of that going around the administration hall. But that usually... I cannot speak, sir. Yes, I heard a rumor of that going around the administration hall. But that's usually all it ever is. A rumor. But be that as it may, your Code 3 declaration came afterward. You killed several other agents, but that to me sounds more important. They attacked me! Stop giving me your victim bullshit and man up, kid. Accept the responsibility of your actions, or you will never grow as a person. Oh, Mayuki is here. It's 4 in the morning, guys. Give me a break. Not properly awake. Brr. I'll take it from here. Yes, ma'am. A faintly recognizable voice comes from a woman who walks into the room. The man berating me stands up and heads over to the door, waiting beside it. She pulls the chair and the lamp that shines into my face to the side. The woman reveals herself as Julia's assistant, Mayuki Hayazaki. Hayazaki? I'm probably assume. Seen her a few times before while Julia briefed me into some assignments. A little shorter than me, about 5'7", with blue eyes, slightly tan skin, and black-colored hair tied into a very neat ponytail. That's what I probably assumed by like her character style, like more of like an assistant, someone like that, like because she is her assistant. That's what I probably would assume like what she would look like. So that's pretty interesting. A black suit clings to her body very well, contouring her bust, which would usually catch my eye a few times, but much to Julia's chagrin. What? Nah, I don't get it. Please don't talk shit in the comments, please. I have no fucking clue. We clasp our hands together and rest them atop of the metal desk that separates us. Her gaze is professional and cold, as I would expect from a suit like her. I lean my head up and give her direct eye contact, remaining completely silent as I do. Hello, 4219. Greetings, Mayuki. Do you know why you're here? I can make a few educated guesses, but none seem conclusive. You're code 3. You were taken in custody as procedure would dictate. Procedure? That word seems to just be thrown around now these days. I made that sound really weird. First, a deck team is sent to apprehend me with no obtainable authority. Then someone here in this facility silences the only lead we have. Then, my supervisor betrays me and brings me here. If any of this is procedure, then excuse my French, but you're an utter dumbass. No French, buddy. I can't even do French. What the fuck am I doing? Anyway, I understand your frustration about the last couple of days events. I would be as well. Trust me. However, you must understand that not only did you terminate several of your fellow agents, but you were also suspect in the murder of yet another agent. Saying that you would ever think something like that, he was the only source of information I had on who sent the team out against me. He was also the only remaining agent on the team that opposed you, that caused damage to your home, that tried to attack you. You had more than enough reason to kill him in revenge, fueled in triad. Have you ever spoken to Julia at all about this? I was there with her the entire night. We've spoken to her, and she has provided her own report. But we are all aware of your nature and what you are capable of. 4219. Look down at the pristine concrete floor and away from Mayuki's piercing eyes. She's been extremely hostile, which is different from her nature that I observed previously. Wait. Oh, I couldn't even tell she was being hostile. That's weird. I'm essentially backed into a corner, and I can't defend myself right now. Still fail to see how you can. In a right mind, implicate me for this. I purposefully left this agent alive so Julia could question him and get information out of him. If anyone had the opportunity to take him out, it was Julia. He was left alone in the room with him for several minutes before I even knew he was dead. Mayuki dodges the question and nearly interrupts me as I finish. There's also one other thing I want to discuss with you, 4219. It's not like I have any other choice, do I? We received several reports of you performing unethical actions with a specific individual local to this area. What? It involves a young girl named Natsuki. Don't you dare talk to Natsuki like that! What about her? Lift my head back up and look directly into her eyes, my sudden reaction making them widen a little. You are aware of the non-interference doctrine in the agent guidelines, right? Yes, where an agent cannot interfere in local authorities' actions unless expressly permitted by an appointed personnel. You know what that means, right? Why wouldn't I? Get to your point already. You cannot interfere in the police, government, or legislative processes in this local area. And I haven't. But the contrary, 4219, have a name. Your name means nothing to me. You're an agent, and you will be referred to as such. Damn. Damn. Whatever you say, no digit. She quietly scoffs and grits her teeth together in frustration. What does any of this have to do with Natsuki? She is my girlfriend, and we go to the school together. You're personally involved with this girl now? Mayuki looks down at the table and audibly sighs. I don't see how she has anything to do with this. She doesn't know anything she should. If I could speak! I don't see how she has anything to do with this. She doesn't know anything she shouldn't. You have to understand our position in the situation. We can't really take your word for it, especially under these pretenses. And Julia's on your side with this as well? Yes, she is. I'm the one questioning you because she asked for it. How could Julia do something like this? It was bad enough she betrayed me, but to drag Natsuki into this mess? It disgusts even me. A looming mixture of disappointment and despair overcasts my mind, leaving feeling distraught and helpless. This heavy feeling weighing on my shoulders, I lean forward and bow my head. I lower my tone and quietly speak to Mayuki. Excuse me, Jesus. What do you want from me? That will be discussed later on. Right now, we want you in the custody. Please don't make things harder for us and resist. You're already given too much leeway as it is. She nods her head towards my torso, gesturing to the restraints, locking my wrist and arm behind my back. Right. Listen, Mayuki. If Julia truly is done with me as an agent and wishes this approach, I won't fight her any further. Huh? But please do not involve Natsuki in this. He has no knowledge of anything I do and doesn't deserve to be caught up in this mess. Please. Can't guarantee it. You should understand that, but I will make note of it and I will forward it to Julia. Thank you, Mayuki. Keep my head bowed in defeat. That's all I have for you now. That's all I have for now. She unclasps her hands, rises from the chair, and exits the room. The agent, who guarded the door before, walks back over to the table. We are 13 minutes in, and wow, that's over 10 minutes of just having to talk to. Well, that makes sense, I guess, but well. Oh well, what can you do? Alright, what does this asshole have to say to us now? Look at you! The famous and reputable 4-digit Reaper bowing his head in defeat. This is despicable. I thought you 4 digits were truly die hard to the core. I guess your reputation doesn't really reflect you. He places his hands on the table and continues to barrage me with insults. Sometimes I have to sacrifice for someone you care about. And that is true. Not all heroes are worth standing. Even heroes care. Even like heroes, everyone cares. No matter who you are, if you have superpowers or not. You all have feelings. You all care about for people. And of course the MC is not a heartless asshole. Or a heartless dick. He is a dick, but not a heartless dick. So, it's fair and fair. It's fair and fair. Today, I made the decision. And I'm willingly charging myself that sacrifice. You're doing this for some chick in the high school? What was her name again? Not Suki? He starts to laugh despairingly at me. Tales people tell me you made me apprehensive just to be in the same room with you at first. Seeing that nothing more than a walking fleshlight is enough to bring you down, I feel humiliated just to admit I once feared you. Why do you mention fleshlight? You're weird, man. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I don't like that line. He starts to walk behind me. What the fuck? What are you doing behind me? He mentioned something about fleshlight. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He mentioned something about fleshlight. Uh-oh. It's no matter though. You are a fearsome agent nonetheless. Deserve to go out respectfully. Oh no. I can hear him shuffling through his suit pocket for something when all of a sudden something wraps around my face and slides toward my throat. Uh-oh. What the hell? There's a wire? Is he killing us? Oh no! Are we dying? Is he gonna kill? Are we being murdered? I shove my chin up my upper chest and catch the wire just as it reaches it. Stop fighting it, Jake. It will be over soon. I try my best to thrash around and get out of my restraints, but the cuffs just won't budge. Damn it! This isn't good! He's trying to garrote me. I can't get out, and I can't get my arms free. Pulls out the wire and digs into my chin, sliding more and more toward my chest. Ugh. If it gets to my chest, slip under my chin, and he will have the full access to my throat. I push the lower half of my jaw out as much as I can to keep the tension on the wire so it doesn't slip. But my aggressor continues to apply pressure on the wire, stinging my chin as it digs in. I have to think of something before he gets the better of me. My fear skyrockets when he starts to pull out the wire enough to force the tip of the chair I'm sitting on backwards. I lunge my feet forward to keep me on the ground, but he starts pulling again just as quickly. You really want to go out fighting, don't you? I won't go out to the likes of you! I struggle to keep my head in position and fight back at the same time. All of a sudden, he releases the tension on the wire, causing my opposing force to send me lurching toward the table. The wire slides down just enough to get under my chin and make contact with the front of my throat. Aha, got you now. The wire is pulled back and I feel its stings as it wraps around my throat, cutting off the blood circulation to my head and closing my airway. Oh no! Shit, he managed to get me. I thrash my shoulders from left to right, desperately trying to loosen the man's grip on me. However, the writhing doesn't work into my favor. I can feel my muscles starting to burn from the lack of oxygen, needing to fight back. Stop fighting back. It'll be easier for you. The wire continues to dig into my throat, the stinging now evolving into tearing. Oh no! No, 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 wait, are we gonna die? Placing my feet firmly against the ground in front of me, I launch myself up and throw the agent into the wall behind us. Pulls the wire downward, forcing my back to bend at an awkward and painful angle. God damn it. I'm not gonna make it if I don't get out of this. Come on. Come on! I'm covering my footing, try to slam the agent against the wall again, but it does nothing. I tried dead weight. It's a quick and effective option to throw someone's balance off when you're in a hold such as this. Well, that would more than likely snap my neck because of the amount of force he's using to hold me up. At this point, my lungs scream and burn out for air, my muscles ache and sting from the lack of oxygen, and I'm starting to get dizzy. Once again, I slam the agent against the wall with my back. Shit. I can't hold myself up anymore. My knee starts to buckle, and I frantically try to regain my footing, but my body refuses to work with me. The agent manages to get me to the ground, my face planted against the concrete floor. He shoves his knee into my back to keep me from moving any further. Instinctively, my mouth opens and my tongue tries to stick out as to fail to breathe. Shh, just let go. It is easier this way. It'll be over soon, I promise. Uh-oh. No! 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 Don't kill him off like this! Don't kill— No! What the fuck? Is he dead? Please, just please get there in time. Please get in there and just try to save him. Please, he's still alive. He can't be dead. No, surely not. Finished so soon, Mayuki? Yep. Where's Julia? I'm right here. I reveal myself from around the corner. I've been standing in one of the grand halls of the building, looking out the window and trying to clear my head. Mayuki, looking a little frazzled, walks toward me and places her hand on my shoulder. Ma'am, he submitted. What? You're kidding. Nope. Guess as soon as I mentioned the non-interference doctrine and his girlfriend, he had no other choice but to surrender. He said, if Julia is truly done with me as an agent and wants this approach, I won't fight her any further. For some reason, hearing that, Jake said, that devastates me. That didn't sound right. Didn't want it to come to this point. Essentially destroyed him, and to hear that he has given up. Tears start to wet my eyes, but I blink them away as quickly as they came. You okay, ma'am? Yeah, just... It's not an easy situation. There isn't really much we can do but wait. Correct, but doing this was a smart decision. What else did he say? Nothing else. I think you would want to hear. What do you mean? You betrayed him. Feel my heart break a little more in my chest, and I lean against the wall. Jake means a lot to me. After this, I guess it means a lot more to me than I realized. Now he doesn't trust me. He is more likely to cut me open of his life from now on. I don't even know what is going to happen to him after all this is over. And what makes it worse is, when I bring myself to face him in that room, I have Mayuki do it for me. You probably should have gone in there yourself, Julia. To be completely honest, the smarter move is to go in yourself to talk to him, not send somebody else in. I'm despicable. You know what? I'm going to talk to him. Ma'am? Take down the information he gave you about what happened and start to compile a report. I'll meet you at my office when I'm done here. Yes, ma'am. I turn from the wall and walk toward the room Jake is in. I need to remain strong for this. He deserves at least a proper explanation for his supervisor. Stiffening my posture and pursing my lips, I open the door and walk inside. Oh no! Entering the darkened room, lit with only a single lamp that hangs from the ceiling, I glance out at the concrete floor and then back up to a metallic desk and sits in the middle of the room. But what I finally see makes my blood run cold and paralyzed. And I let her grab onto his arm. What the hell happened in here? What is wrong with 4219? I immediately get off the ground and rush to Jake's side, my anger and concern intensifying. Rolling Jake's limp body to the side, look at his neck, and examine the deep and dark marks caused by the agent's wire. Mayuki, he strangled Jake. What? Why in the hell would you do that? Mayuki screams into the agent's ear as he struggles. drag him out, but I open my eyes and wave them to stop before they exit. Yep. Me. Oh no. Bruh. Bruh. Bruh, that's so bullshit. I literally call bullshit on that right now. Why did you kill off the main character? No. Damn it. Come on. That means we are getting toward the end of this. If he's dead. God damn it. They haven't even solved Natsuki's problem yet. Fuck, that's so stupid. Alright. We're just going to continue from here. I'd probably say. Let's continue from here and see what happens. We don't know. We don't know yet. Maybe there is a way to save Natsuki's dad even without us. I think this is from Natsuki's point, so I reached into my pocket and grabbed my phone, hoping to see a message from Jake. But much to my disappointment, I don't have anything. Weird. I haven't seen him all day. Kinda worries me a little. He sent me a few messages after my dad took me from the club yesterday. He didn't talk much, since Dad refused to let me have my phone until we were done. What does that mean? Feeling rose up my spine and I shuddered right there in the hallway. Put my phone back into my pocket and keep walking down the hall. I haven't seen him all day today, either. He usually buys my lunch and my snacks. Well, maybe he's at the club and just forgot. That dummy, forgetting things like that. A few more minutes of silent walking, I get to the club room door. And shakes slightly from nervousness as I reach for the knob. I am actually really scared to see Monica right now. I mean, my dad shoved her to the floor. He must be really upset at me. Ugh, still can't believe he did that. Right in front of Jake, too. The least I can do right now is thank Monica for stopping him. Looked like as if he was going to start an all-out brawl with Dad. But since I really want that to happen, I don't think that's a good idea at all. I don't want him involved with my dad. I can handle this on my own. No, you can't. Stop saying that. Everyone says they can handle on their own, but in reality, they can't. You need people to help you. You need someone there, and you need someone right there and right then to help you. You can't just go off and just completely say you're great. You'll be fine. You can handle on your own. Trust me, I have problems like that, not myself, but people I care about have those kinds of problems. So, and this person once told me, she told me once that she can handle it on her own. She doesn't want to put a burden on anybody. And of course, I told her that you were not the one who put this burden on me. I put it on myself. I put her burden on me, on myself. I don't want to get too much into this conversation though, but like this is so relatable to like what this person close to me is going through. So that's all I gotta say. I've been dealing with this for years now, anyway. And again, they've been saying they've been doing this for years anyway, but like, you still need help. It isn't fair for me just to come into his life and wreck it with my issues. Exactly what I've been pointing. Ugh, there I go again. Swallow saliva on my mouth. Turn the doorknob and walk into the club room. You think you can put you think you can put regular club music, the regular Doki Doki Literature Club music, and think it can make me go but Closing the door behind me, I look at Sayori, Yuri, and Monica. They are all sitting at our usual group of desks, only I don't see Jake or his backpack anywhere. Where is he? I scour the room for any sign of him, making my concern even worse.
Hey Natsuki! Welcome back to the club!
Hi Monica, can I talk to you for just a moment?
Yeah, of course you can!
Just for Monica to go over to the corner of the room.
Is everything alright?
Just want to apologize for what my dad did.
Oh, sweetheart, you don't need to worry about that. Jake helped me back up afterward. It was a good thing he did, because if I didn't stop him,
things would have gone really bad.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, have you seen him at all today?
No, can't say that I have. Wait, is something wrong?
I haven't heard from him since yesterday. I don't think he was at school today.
Yeah, she didn't show up to any of the classes we had together this morning. Do you think he's sick today? No, I don't think so. He usually keeps himself very healthy, and even then, if he was sick, he would have still come to school.
He's super stubborn.
Oh, definitely. If you've ever observed the quality of the lunches he brings to school, you would never expect him to get sick. So, missing today and not telling anyone is quite the cause for concern.
Yeah, I'm sure he's okay.
No.
He's probably just forgot to charge his phone and slept in.
Perhaps, but nonetheless, we can't wait for him forever. We can't wait forever for him. What do you say we get started? Yay! I can't wait to share my poem!
Oh yeah, our poem. Jake and I never got a chance to finish it.
Ugh!
I had planned for both of us to write a poem together so we could share it here at the club. I crossed my arms and give my usual say,
Okay, everyone. Oh yes, the line. I can't speak. Since it's such a pretty and rainy day, Yuri, why don't you make us all a nice warm pot of tea? I'd love to. And a knife.
Yuri walks back to the room to gather the tea set. But before she can leave, I reach out to her and speak to Monica. Monica, can I help Yuri with the tea?
Oh, well, yeah. I don't see why not.
Thanks. Yuri looks back at me timidly and patiently waits for me to leave with her. When Yuri and I leave the club room to fill the teapot with water, she nervously tries to maintain eye contact with me.
Is everything alright, Natsuki? You don't usually help me.
Yeah, well, I guess I just wanted to talk to you about something real quick.
Talk to me about something? Like what?
Yuri and I walked side by side down the gray-skulled hallway to the water fountain. I offer to hold the teapot, but Yuri politely shakes her head. Oh, sorry. So, I thought I wouldn't ever really need to ask you for help, but I'm writing a poem with Jake, and we had planned to share it together today. But since he isn't here, I actually got a better idea.
What's your idea?
Yuri turns her head and gives me a curious expression. I wanted to make a sort of surprise poem for him.
A surprise poem? That's very sweet of you.
Don't tell anyone about this. Do you understand?
Foo. Foo. Oh yes, of course I do. I understand completely fine. I think it's rather cute you would like to do something special for Jake.
It's not cute. Flash an aggressive look at Yuri, which makes her giggle. Aww.
So, how would you prefer me to help with that?
Well, you're just as good with words. And granted, even though Jake's a big dummy at times, he has a more advanced vocabulary than me. Yuri nods and listens. I'd like to ask you for help with using bigger words. Can't believe I'm asking Yuri of all the people to help me with this. Aw, come on. That's rude. However, she does have a lot of experience with talent and big descriptive words. I think she called it diction at one point.
Why would you like to use bigger words? Do you not like your writing style anymore?
No, it's not like it's superior in many different ways, but I want Jake to actually like reading it. I know he doesn't like super simple things.
I think you're wrong about that.
Yuri looks off to the side and gives me an odd look.
I think no matter how you read or write, he's going to love it. I don't believe you need to commit yourself to a writing style you're uncomfortable with just to impress him. He's already impressed with you enough as it is.
What do you mean by that? My hands straight down and grit my teeth, annoyed.
You're his girlfriend, Natsuki.
You cheated with that answer.
Hehe. Well, I disagree with what you need to do anything extravagant to make a poem for him. Appreciate you asking me for help.
Why wouldn't I? Know that sometimes I may just be a tad aggressive with you. But I've come to think of you as one of my good friends. We may disagree on things like manga and our writing styles, but that doesn't mean I value you any less. Yuri blushes and looks off to the side, mostly thrown off and flustered by an emotional little spiel.
I'm flattered. I think of you as one of my good friends too. Everything you said, I agree with wholeheartedly. Ashley really needed that.
No problem. Here and I finally arrive at the water fountain, and she starts to fill the glass pitcher. Oh, Jesus. Oh. I lean against the wall and look around the hallway, peering out the windows. Wow, it must be really raining hard out there. She turns her head and gazes out one of the windows.
Don't you just love it? When it rains, it always makes for a good atmosphere to curl up with a blanket, some tea, and a book.
That isn't my cup of tea. I prefer to read my manga instead of a regular book. I don't respond to her and look back over the pitcher, watching it slowly fill up. But Yuri turns from the window and faces me again.
So, you haven't heard from Jake at all since last night?
Yeah, he usually texts me goodnight or something like that before we fall asleep. But I didn't get anything, not even this morning when we usually meet up before class. It isn't like him to just show up and miss school and not tell anyone.
Yeah, I've been slightly concerned about that as well. After the whole incident from yesterday, so that he was extremely upset. Monica managed to calm him down,
but he had that characteristic look. What do you mean by that? You and I noticed the glass pitcher overflowing due to our lack of attention. She releases the handle of the faucet and the stream of the water stops. While tilting the pitcher slightly to drain some of the excess water, Yuri continues speaking. Do you remember how he acted when he first joined the club? He's very standoffish and abrasive. He even looked at you differently. I guess that notion sounds horrible, but allowed me to explain. You don't have to. I get what you're saying. Right. And over time, as he grew closer to all of us, he's mellowed out a good measurable amount. Don't you agree? Oh, definitely. So you're telling me is that he acted like this, acted like his old self after I left? Correct. It's not a big revelation, don't worry. It's just something I happened to notice yesterday. Now I'm even more worried about him. I'm gonna go to his house and check on him. In this rain? Yeah, I have an umbrella. Plus, Jake wouldn't care about the rain if he was in my position. I see. Have that grin off your face. I already know what you're going to say. Yuri giggles again, starts walking back to the club room. I follow her and collect my things before quickly making my way to Jake's house. It's raining, it's pouring. Oh my god, Jake's dead. Oh. I don't know how close we are going to the end of it, so. Gripping my umbrella tightly in my hands with its material outstretched and shielding me from the rain, I navigate to Jake's house. As I approach, I see a fancy black car pulled into the driveway. Huh? Oh, that must be Jake. Maybe he was working today and couldn't tell any of us. What other reason would he just go poof like that? I don't know, maybe because he got fucking murdered. Feeling relieved, I quickened my pace up and walked up to the sidewalk. The driver and passenger doors open. Two women step out. One of the women uses her hands to cover her black hair as she positions her umbrella over her, which was Mayuki. The other doesn't appear to bother, but both of her hands are empty. Wait a second. I recognize one of them. That's Julia, Jake's guardian. The girl with the black hair I don't recognize. Keep looking at the car's back door, expecting one of them to open and Jake to step out. But that doesn't happen. Both women walk to his front door and enter. That's weird. My nervousness comes back and goes this time. And I approach the front door and knock. Before I can even finish my third tap, the door opens and Julia stands behind it, barely glancing down at me. Her eyes are almost as gray-skulled as the sky, almost like they have no emotion in them. Other than that, there's the slightly broken expression on her face sends shivers all the way down my spine. Hi Julia, is Jake here? Excuse me. Julia speaks in a quiet and raspy tone, gesturing that she wants to get past me. Oh, I'm sorry. Stepped out to the side to allow her through, expecting her to ask me what I was there for. But nothing. She walks past me and parks the car, holding a small box in her hands. She doesn't even look at me, like I don't exist. What the hell's going on here? Starting to seriously get worried for Jake. Julia, is Jake okay? She stops walking to the car and turns her head slightly. The silence we share almost makes me want to scream. I keep expecting her to say something, but it looks like as if she's fighting to not speak. Water, now considerably dripping from her hair, turns away and returns to the car. Cursing under my breath, I open the front door and enter Jake's house. Walk into the living room, looks like the couches were moved off-center from each other. Other than that, everything seems fine. Go check his room. I get to the already open door and walk into his room. Hey dummy, you in here? To my dismay, he isn't anywhere to be found. Ugh. Take a seat onto the foot of his bed and sigh. It isn't nice to make a girl worry, Jake. Ain't that the truth? A sudden woman's voice from the hallway startles me. The girl who arrived with Julia. Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to scare you. No. It's okay. I was just looking for Jake. Ah, I see. Are you his... I'm Natsuki, his, girlfriend. I feel my face go slightly hot as I say that word. Ah, so you're Natsuki. Jake has mentioned you quite a bit. He has? I mean, are you a friend of his? Oh no, I just know Julia. I'm only here for her, basically. I see. I don't suppose you would know where Jake is, would you? No, I'm afraid I do not. Sorry. She leans against the doorway and crosses her arms. I hate to do this, but I gotta ask you to leave now. We're about to leave ourselves and we need to lock up. Right. The girl escorts me out to the house and locks the front door behind us. She gives me a quick farewell, wave, and gets into the car. I turn my wave and start to walk back home, disappointed. Sorry for the wait, ma'am. Oh, okay, so now are we in Julia's perspective. Okay. Sorry for the wait, ma'am. Mayuki closes the passenger door and puts on her seatbelt. I insert my key into the ignition and start the engine. Afterwards, just rest both my hands on the steering wheel, staring out the window and watching Natsuki walk away. I should have told her. Instead of putting her worried mind to rest, I ignored her. Another mistake I made. Ma'am, it will be okay. I don't think you're in any condition to break that kind of news to anyone right now. I guess you're right. Ignoring the unceasing burning in my eyes, I shift gears and back out of the driveway. I'll tell her when I can come to accept what I've done. While I return to school, I tried my best to get Julia's facial expression out of my mind. It was like she was a completely different person than the one I have seen before. Over the time I've known Jake, I've met Julia only a few times, but this is still a night and a day difference from how she usually is. Well, maybe she was just having a bad day. That would explain why she wasn't talkative, right? That girl with her couldn't tell me anything about Jake, so I left his house with more questions than I had started with. Reach the gates of the school, and quickly get under the roofed area to shield me from the rain. Closing my umbrella and tucking it into my side of my back, I reach into my pocket and grab my phone. The timing is perfect, 2 minutes before the club would usually end. I'll rest for a little while, get a drink of water, and start walking home. But before I put my phone back inside my pocket, I send a message to Jake. Hey, are you okay? Haven't heard from you all day, and I just wanted to make sure. One of the faces, of course, as well. Start the messaging screen, praying something to happen. But of course, I get no response. Oh my god, Julia should have told her. Signed dejectedly, turn my phone to my pocket, reopen my umbrella, start walking home. Oh no. So quiet, and I hate it. I hate how it's so quiet now. I like the rain. Hey, can you bring that rain back in here? I actually really like the rain. You know, if rain ever still exists. I don't know. We're almost an hour in. Are we getting any closer to the end? We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. Closing the front door behind me, take off my shoes, leave them near the front near the door on the small mat. Tie my umbrella closed and leave it next to the door as well. Walk into the kitchen. I hope Dad got something I can have for an after-school snack. Starving. Oh God. Opening the fridge, I score around for anything that my father wouldn't miss if I hadn't eaten. But he usually has a very keen eye on this, so my hopes aren't too high. But much to my surprise, I see a bunch of fresh apples sitting in one of the crisper drawers. That's probably not a good idea though if he has apples sitting out in a drawer. I grab one and run it under the sink, washing it off anything gross that sits on its skin. I turn it off the water, take a bite into it, and tastes amazing. Question why it tastes so good, but the violent rumble in my stomach answers. Uh-oh, no. Father's door opens upstairs, which sends me into a panic craze to finish my apple. But before I can take another few bites, he turns to the corner and stops at the doorway. Natsuki, what are you eating? An apple? An apple? You mean the brand new ones I bought for my shakes? You make apple shake? What kind of person does that? What the fuck? I'm sorry, I didn't know. His hand wraps around my wrist, yanks me toward him, and snatches the apple out of my hand. What? Did your boyfriend not make you food like he did yesterday? He rotates the apple in his hand and then throws it into the trash can. Actually, No, he didn't. He wasn't at school today. So you just come home and start eating my food with reckless abandon, huh? I'm sorry. I was just only gonna have one. I'm really hungry. Do not raise your voice at me. He raises his hand like he's gonna slap me, which makes me cower down and cover my face with my hands. You know, my sweet daughter, I don't understand how you're going so wrong. I raised you to be a respectable and submissive young lady. But here you are, raising your voice at me like you're the one in charge, and acting like you own everything. I own everything here. You own nothing. Tears start to sting in my eyes, and I start to breathe heavily. I hate it when he says this stuff to me. I try my best, but it's never good enough for him. When you are not going to disappoint, when are you not going to be a disappointment? I buy you nice clothes. I spend money on your textbooks. I teach you manners. I even spend the time of my day to make sure that you keeping up with your studies, so you can become successful in life. You don't do any of that. You only buy me clothes you think I'm cute in. My textbooks were loaned to me by the school. You didn't pay a single dime for them. I learned my manners from Mom, but I lost them over time because how crude you were, and you only care about my grades because you want bragging rights to people. You don't actually care how I do. You just don't even help me with when I ask. You don't care at all. Wave my arms out and gingerly stomp on the ground as I scream at him. He takes a step back, surprised at my sudden outburst, but his face starts to turn red, and he balls his hand into a fist. Jesus Christ. Sorry, it's so quiet. I thought I heard something coming from down in my room. Because I can hear my stairs if you guys still are not through my channel. I think it might have been my cat or my dogs walking up or down the stairs. So. Scared the hell out of me. Sorry. God damn. I didn't want to interrupt that, but I got startled by the most simplest thing. Alright, back to the mod. Listen to his fists. Why, you ungrateful little bitch. Looks over to me and wraps his right hand around my throat, shoving me into the fridge. His hand tightens around my throat as he lifts me up against it. How dare you speak to your father in such a manner? You are to respect me. He starts to breathe heavily and squeezes my throat even harder. But Dad, can't breathe. Shut up. I don't care at all, huh? Well, I guess that's it. Pulls me away from the fridge and drops me to the ground. My knees slamming against the tile floor, pain shooting through them as they make contact. As I cough and try to regain my breath, Dad starts to walk out of the room. Go to your room. If I see you out of your room at all tonight, I am going to throw you out. You can go stay with your super duper great boyfriend and be his burden for once. And since I don't care at all, I don't see a reason anymore to make dinner for you. With that, he leaves and I hear him march up the stairs. Tears start to drip down my cheeks and drain all of my bodily energy. I don't even think I can manage to get up from the floor. I just want to sit here and cry. Natsuki, what did I just say? I'm going to my room, okay? Get myself off the tile flooring of the kitchen. I stumble up the stairs and into my room. The door latch is closed behind me and I quickly turn the knob to lock it. Afterward, I stand still next to my door and look at the ground. All my emotions start to fill me like a bathtub. My eyes becoming the only means of escape for them. Through my tears, I lie down on my bed and rest my head in my hands. But out of the corner of my eye, a little brown stuffed bear catches my eye. Oh, Natsuki. I quickly run to grab him and return to my bed and lie down in the middle of it. His cute little black eyes make me smirk through my sadness. If I'm not ever around to protect you, he will be. Jake's words come directly from my heart and trigger me to hug the worthless stuffed bear. I really wish you were here with me right now. I don't know where you are, or what is going on with you, but I hope you're okay. I just want to see you again and hug you. Speak those words silently, some part of me hoping it gets to him. But as feeble of an attempt as it is, I know nothing will come out of it. My efforts of comfort myself don't go as planned, and they only make me feel more weak and vulnerable. You could go stay with your super duper great boyfriend and be his burden for once. Am I really a burden on him? Did what happened yesterday at the club drive him off? No, it can't be true. Dick wouldn't just leave us behind and be scared away easily like that. God, I hope not. I realize that every time I happen to speak to myself and make things harder, so I close my mouth and remain silent. Definitely through my tears, I close my eyes and try the rest. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, how much closer are we to the end? We're already like an in, and I'll go as long as I can. Don't know how long I can go for, but I'll go as long as I can. I finished my signature with my own little curve, finishing up the authorization for orders. This should be more than enough to grant me full authority to take over this investigation. The agent we took into custody has been completely silent since we arrested him. Ugh. I wish I could put a bullet in his head for what he did. But thank God for Mayuki convincing me to stop. Otherwise, we'd be long gone by now. Now that I look back on it, I've never reacted that way before. Guess the sudden shock of losing one of the only people I had left to care for here really sent me over the edge. Even now, the shock of what happened still permits in my body. With every pump of blood my heart forces through my veins, I can't help but feel overwhelmed by remorse. I promise, Jake, I'll put an end to this. That's the one thing I can do to say I'm sorry. Granted, sorry will never be enough to atone for what I've done. Never will be, and that is something I will just have to live with from now on, no matter what. To make things worse, locked up with Natsuki showed up at his house, and was his girlfriend, and is probably worried sick about him, just ignored her. I know I mentioned something to Mayuki in the car at the time, but it still lingers in my mind. How am I going to explain what happened to Jake and tell her I was the cause of it? That if I hadn't done what I did, and allow the thoughts to trail off enough to maintain my bearing. Well, moving past the grievance, take a look down at the stack of papers I just reviewed. They are internal affairs forms that I have specifically drafted and signed that would allow me to seize control of the investigation from this point forward onward. This includes the interrogation of the agent we detained and any further cohorts. And right now, I have them locked in a confinement room away from the general building. I have 2 deck agents on access control, and only Mayuki and I have access to the room. Our key cards are the only ones able to badge into it. And, as an added security benefit, I have real-time alerts set up for anyone who attempts to open the door. I'm not taking any chances with this. I'm using everything available to me. And after the recent events, admin has had no problem pushing these papers through. After all, Jake was my agent. Even a quiet, powerful sigh from my lungs. Ooh, excuse me. I stapled the papers together and slide them into a manila envelope. Next, I take a solid black permanent marker and write J 4219 CC something like that. Urge the time across the top of it. J being my first initial, 4219 being Jake's agent number, IA being internal affairs, and URG meaning urgent. This is usually how requests and forms like this are docketed. The date attached is in a format designated classified information. Select the manila envelope, close, and then click my tongue to get rid of the god-awful adhesive taste. Alright, now that it's done, it's time to go handle the only problem I have left. After I drop off the envelope to the Internal Affairs office, I gave Mayuki a call and inform her that I'm going to question the agent. She acknowledges it and says that she and the deck agents are awaiting. The sun beams down onto the campus, and as I walk across the beautifully cleaned asphalt. It's a little brisk out here, but it isn't anything to complain about. Make a right turn away from the parking lot and start down a lonely concrete sidewalk. Moves me along the outer border of the campus toward an ominous-looking gray building that you would expect to see in a high-security prison, which would make sense because that is essentially what it is. The building is where we hold agents and other individuals for a number of reasons that are deemed appropriate by admin. Every time I approach it, I get somewhat intimidated just by the way it is incorporated into everything. I get the front doors and enter, heading down a dimly lit hallway to a door that 3 people stand in front of. Hello, ma'am. Hello, Mayuki. Agents. I nod to all 3 of them. I'm going inside. No one is to follow me. Mayuki, perform a checkup in 3 minutes and every 2 minutes afterward. Yes, ma'am. Put my key card into the black access control panel, and a loud metallic click on the door, unlocking echoes through the desolate hallway. Open the door and step inside. Tired. I'm exhausted. Like, I'm actually really tired. But it's too early to sleep because I have school in like a few hours, so I actually literally have to do this. Jesus. Literally have to do this. I have school in a couple hours, so I have to stay up all day, I guess. Might fall asleep during. I might get some sleep during the afternoon. I might go to sleep. After all my classes are done, I probably might sleep somewhere around 2. So, take a nap or something. I don't know. Get some sleep. I don't have time for that right now. And I don't want to end the episode off here, but at this rate, I think ending the episode is the best thing. So, I think it's the best thing for me is to end the episode right now. Because if I end it now, then I think it makes my life a little bit easier. I don't want to end it, but like, I think this mod goes on for a little bit longer, so we'll wait and see. I think we'll leave. Yeah, we'll leave the questioning to something else. We'll leave it to something else. So, the MC's death, that was very unexpected. Did not expect to get killed like the beginning of the beginning of the episode, so that's interesting. What else? We did a lot. We have I think that's basically it. It was just Jake's death. It was the MC's death, and we were going through like all the stages of grief everyone started going through. Natsuki having the dad issues yet again, feeling like what's behind the closed doors once again, and then all of the above, etc., etc., etc. I have a poll going on Instagram when this video goes up for the next mod that I want to play, which is Vigilante. So if you guys want to play it or want me to play Vigilante, which one I might do. If you guys don't want me to, then please tell me what mod I should play next after Fruits. But I have a poll going up right now, so. And also, if you guys feel free to say what you want in the comments, I guess, on what mod I should play next. I honestly don't really care as long as I get to play a mod, so that'd be exciting. But other than that, that's all the opinion I have to say on this. Like, there's nothing really else, and I wouldn't say the next episode is going to be the last one. So I thought this one was going to be it, but I want to say the next one's going to be it. So hopefully MC comes back from the grave. I hope he's not dead, but at the same time, it might be over. and hopefully there's like other ways to get around this situation with Natsuki. So yeah, other than that, thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy it, then please just show some support, I guess. Just show some support by just by like you guys watching these videos, like, proves to me that you guys are supporting it. So, but yeah, other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all the next time when Natsuki freaking does not die.